Welcome to the Spoiler Rant, where I rant about spoilers, hence the name. 1517 to Paris tells the real life story of these three guys who had been friends since middle school and their journey from regular guys to heroes. They had known each other in middle school, and two of them went to the military, and then they all came together for a trip to Europe. However, the guys who are in the military are off duty at this time, and they're hanging out with this other guy who's not military, but that doesn't really change anything. Anyways, these three guys are going through Europe, and they get on this train, which happens to be the train chosen for an ISIS takeover. The film ends with these three guys saving the day and saving the entire train from an ISIS takeover that would have been catastrophic had they not intervened. Okay, so I took some of that from Warner Brothers stuff, some of that was my own, so I gotta give credit, so yeah. Okay, 1517 to Paris was an amazing movie. I liked it a lot. It was one that I actually genuinely enjoyed. I think this stage in movie making, the slow stage where it's like, I think, January to March or April or something like that. This stage is when people put out the more feel-good movies, the more movies that you would think, maybe I kind of want to see it. It looks a little interesting. I mean, I have a day off randomly on a Tuesday, so I might as well just go see a movie. I think these are the kind of movies that draw your attention. I think the message of this film is that it gives the audience hope that there are heroes in this world, that people can do good things in a time of need, and that we can rely on each other, and it like bolsters our relationships with other people, like across countries and across nations. Okay, I'll just keep talking about this film because I have no structure at all. I enjoyed Clint Eastwood casting the actual three guys who were the heroes that are being, you know, the main characters. I like that a lot. I think it gave the film more credibility. Not only the fact that Clint Eastwood, the cowboy, directed this film, but also the three guys who experienced this and who know this and they can play it as themselves. I think that was beautifully done. Very good work. Of course, with three guys who are not actors or performers at all, their acting performance was not the greatest thing ever. Okay, so there's Alex Skarlatos, there's Anthony Sandler, and Spencer Stone. These are the three guys who actually experienced this. Clint Eastwood, I think he knew what he was doing when he casted three non-performers to play a role. The acting performances wasn't the best thing ever. One thing I didn't like was kind of the touristy things that were going on. It didn't really add to the film. So far we'd seen these huge milestones in their life and what made them join the military or what kept them together as friends. I understand why Clint Eastwood did this. You got to see these guys basically re-walk their steps, and you can see that their reactions are kind of real, like they haven't done this take 50 times before. It was cool to see them actually react with each other. I mean, I think this film would have been better as a documentary in some ways, but this made it work. Clint Eastwood made this work as a action-ish film. I have a love-hate relationship with it in a milder sense. They cast them as kids really well, especially for Spencer Stone. It was really cool to see him doing that. Another thing I didn't really like was the terrorist was literally like a faceless man until the end of the film. I'm watching a film, so I'm looking for the antagonist, and I want to identify the antagonist. I'm not saying I have anything against that actor or that ethnicity, but when I'm watching a film, I need to identify the antagonist and put a face to the character. And so having him like just has shots of his hands or his feet walking or this rolling suitcase, it wasn't that satisfying for me, other than cinematographically satisfying. I think the train scene was very well done. I liked it a lot. And you see these guys, they're actually not looking for trouble. They're having a good time. They're not like actively, like in the trailers you see Spencer Stone like look around and see the guy and get down on the ground like he's ready for action. But in the lead up to that, there's nothing in his demeanor that tells the audience that he is ready for a fight. And I think that's very realistic for them to do in a film. You're never looking for a fight. That's not, I mean, even if you're in the military and you're always keeping your eye out on all the exits, yeah, things just happen, and what are you gonna do? And their natural instincts is to protect, and that I think was very, very cool to see. They didn't show a lot of Alec, but they showed a lot of Spencer's training in the military. I liked that they showed that and his progression to becoming, to that moment, and it was kind of cool to see that happening because you don't always get the job that you want. He wanted to be a helicopter rescue parasailer thing. I forget the actual name, but he wanted to rescue people and help people, and then he got assigned to Sears. I don't think this represents exactly all of what he went through, but those main things, and he feels like his life is just going nowhere and he's not getting what he really wants to do, which is save people and help people. And then it leads up to this moment in Paris on the train where he gets to help people. And I don't think he's thinking about that in the moment, but he's using all of his training, and I'm sure afterward he was like, man, that was incredible. Another thing I didn't like was how they kind of tried to involve God without establishing what denomination these guys were from, because both Alec and Spencer's mothers did say on camera that they believed in God, and from what I could tell they went to a Christian school, which the principal's office looked like a Catholic one instead. But the way that they were talking about their religion and what they believed about God, it made me very confused as to what denomination they were from, because that's important to me, because I feel like that's important to know. Like, are they charismatic? Are they Seventh-day Adventists? Or what did they believe? And it was kind of weird for me that they just kind of threw that in there without giving us a lot of other information other than, I believe in God, this is what I think God is leading you towards, and it's just other things to add to the plot. I was very confused by this. The best part of the entire film is this part.
Look at the baby soda, Spencer!
That is the best scene in the entire film. I love it. I mean, that little exchange was great. I loved it so much. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching and seeing me and my mental processes. This weekend is huge. Like, huge. YouTubers are already posting about it. I don't know if you know, people have been going to premieres and red carpet events. I don't have that kind of status or that kind of money or the kind of influence to get there, but I hope one day I will. But Black Panther is coming out this weekend and it's huge. I'm very excited, so keep a lookout for those videos. They might come a little bit earlier, you never know. Thanks for watching, have a great random Thursday. See you guys on the other side of the screen. Bye!